Hey, in today's video I will talk about chord inversions. Very important concept and very powerful tool you can use to add style, and I actually think it's actually easier to play using your inversion. The hard part is just learning all your inversions. We'll start with a C major chord. C, E, and G. And the way you would say that, you would say the root is C, the major third is E, and the fifth is G. And you can review the last videos from the prior lessons and units to if you're not up to speed on first, major third, and the fifth. That video is covered under intervals, I believe. Okay, if I was to play a C major chord, this is the root position C major chord, simply because my C in a C major chord, my C is the root, and then I got the third and then the fifth. If I was to play this same C major chord, and I was to start off with the E instead of playing the C, so I would play instead of playing C, E, and G, I could play E, G, and then C up top. That would be called a first inversion C major chord. First inversion. So we got a root position C major chord, and then we have a first inversion C major chord. If I want, I can take that and invert it once again, and instead of playing in the order of, or instead of playing the E first, I could play the G first. So I could play G, C, and E. It's still a C major chord. It's a C major chord in second inversion. That's what you call it, second inversion. With the G being at the bottom of the chord, second inversion. So we got a root position C major chord, first inversion C major chord, and then a second inversion C major chord. The key to remember about chords, being with the first, the third, and the fifth, it doesn't matter what order you have in it. A C chord is a C chord as long as it carries the notes of a C, E, and G. I can play E, C, and G. I can play G, E, C. I can play C, E, G. Any combination I can think of. If I'm holding down those three notes, I'm playing a C major chord. Let's go to another key. Let's go to C sharp. A C sharp major chord, root position, C sharp, E sharp, and G sharp. First inversion C sharp chord would be F, G sharp, and C sharp. Second inversion chord would be G sharp, C sharp, F. Now you want to spend time and learn the chords, especially of the key that you're playing in. You want to spend time learning those chords. For example, if I was playing in the key of C, let me think of a tune. Okay, just say about 2-5-1 in the key of C. The regular 2-5-1 that we learned in the last video would be a D minor to A major, come way up here, or to, A major, G major, I'm tripping, and then C major. So F or D minor, G major, C major. Now, if I was to do the 2-5-1 using inversions when possible, the reason for chord inversions is to give you a better sound, and also it makes it easier to play your chords. So if I was to play a 2-5-1 in C using my inversions, I would play my F, my D minor chord, 2. Now, to play my 5 chord, which is G in the key of C, which is G is my 5 chord. First thing I want to ask myself is, what notes make up a G major chord? The notes that make up a G major chord are G, B, and D. Now, I didn't talk about this in my last video, But all of your chords are made up off of what we call tertian harmony, meaning that chords are built off thirds, meaning that if I had a C, I would say C, skip E, or skip, I would say C, skip D, and say E, skip F, and G. So C, E, and G. If I was going to do an A chord, it's going to be A, skip B, and then have C, and then skip A major. Let me show you, A minor chord. It's going to be A, C, and E. They're always going to go in order of thirds. F, A, C, G, B, D, D, F, A, E, G, B, all of your chords. B, D, F. It's going to fall in tertian harmony. So if I was to play my 2, 5, 1 and C using my inversions, my first is going to be D minor, D, F, A. The chords that make up a G major chord are G, B, and D. G, B, and D built off in thirds. When I say thirds, I mean you say G, you skip A. B is going to be a third, you skip D because that's your 4, and then D is going to be 5. So G, B, D. So if I'm on my D minor chord here, the easiest way for me to play a 5 chord and use my inversions, I already got my thumb on D. So it's no sense in me taking my hand way up here and playing that chord. If I got my hand on D already, I can just take these 2 fingers and press G and B. Because like I said, as long as I have the notes present, it makes up the chord. It doesn't matter what order. So a 2, 5, 1 using that, and it'll actually be a second inversion, G chord. Because instead of playing G, B, and D, I'm playing D first, G and B. Second inversion to my 1 chord. So actually, a 2, 5, 1 playing with my inversion is going to be, do it again, 2, 5, 1. One more time. Let me do it the old way, without using inversions. You call it root position. Let me show you how it sounds root position. 2, 5, 1. Doesn't sound bad, but you can do it like this, and it's easier. Let's go to another key. Let's go to C sharp. Alright, we did C sharp already. Let's go to A flat. So my 2 chord is going to be off my B flat, so I'm going to play a B flat minor, and I get this from my scale, remember. So my first chord is going to be a B flat minor, my second chord is going to be a E flat major, and my third chord is going to be an A flat major. So 2 chord, B flat minor. Now I got to play a E flat major. E flat major is built off E flat, G, and B. The notes E flat, G, and B. So instead of me playing like that, if I already got the B flat this is my B flat minor chord. If I already got the B flat already covered, I can just simply take move this finger to E flat and move this finger to G. So 2, 5, 1 with the inversion, second inversion, 5 chord is what you call the second inversion 5 chord. Do it one more time. And that is versus doing it like this. Kind of unnecessary to go way up top like that. Basically, the trick to it is, there's a trick behind everything in the piano. And I go back to the key of C and show you the key of C. My 2 chord, D minor. If I take, anytime you want to do a 2, 5, 1 progression and you want to use a second inversion 5 chord, all you have to do is simply leave your thumb the same on the same note, and then move each one of your 2 fingers up a whole step. So that's D minor. I just bring up from F to G and from A to B up a whole step, and the D stays the same. That works in all the keys. Let's go to E flat. E flat major. So my 2, 5, 1 is going to be F minor, B flat major to E flat major. So 2 chords going to be right here. My 5 chords all I got to do is move both of these fingers up a whole step each. So takes the guesswork out of it. Let's go to F major. So my 2-5-1 is going to be G minor, C major, back to F major. So I play my 1 chord, and I come from a 2 chord, 2, up a whole step, C major, second inversion, to F. So you simply want to use these inversions anytime. I use the second inversion more than anything else, but you also want to learn how to use your first inversion chords. Basically, anytime you're doing any kind of progression in whatever key you in, you want to find out what's the simplest way for you to play your next chord without moving your hand as much. Little movement as possible with your hand is better. One more, we'll go to F sharp. 2 minor is 2. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please let me know.